What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of the NarikChase channel. I'm your boy NarikChase, and in this video we're going to give you our top 10 movies of 2021. Now, this is subjective, and of course this is the movies that I personally have seen. If you don't agree with them, let me know in the comment section below. And while you're down there, be sure to hit that like, share, subscribe, and that notification button to get the best of what we got going on this channel. And if you're wanting to help support the channel, there's a link in the description box below. So we're not going to go ahead and dilly-dally. We're going to go ahead and get into this. I Care a Lot. This movie was a bit hard to watch because of just how much of a bitch Rosamund Pike's character is in the film, but I thought it was actually well acted. I thought it had good direction. It told a pretty interesting story, and I love the fact that this movie kind of explores how society generally sees old people, and also how people tend to take advantage of older people. Rosamund Pike does a great job. Her performance is good, and not only is it her performance, but Peter Dinklage is in the film, and I love the back and forth between these two. Definitely fantastic actors, and the supporting cast is good too. If you want to watch something that definitely makes you uncomfortable but has good acting in it, I Care a Lot. Check it out. Pig. I do not like Nicolas Cage. I've not liked him for quite some time, outside of Raising Arizona, Next, and probably one other movie. But I will say I really liked his performance in this movie. I thought it was really good. I thought it was an interesting premise. I thought it was something that'd be very hard to sell me on, but it was interesting. I did like Nicolas Cage, but I also appreciated Alex Wolff. I like the back and forth between these two and kind of how they do develop a bit of a respect for each other. It was a really interesting ride. It was really interesting, a bit slow paced, but I like the focus of the characters and the insight into the characters that slow pace gave us. So Nicolas Cage, keep up the good work. It's the second movie I've seen you in the last 2 years. I started liking you, so go ahead and keep it up, man. You're doing pretty good. Together is one of those films. It's very under the radar, and I wouldn't be surprised if not too many people talked about it, but I really liked it. It's about this guy who ends up hiring this woman to be his surrogate, and the relationship that these two end up developing while the baby is being born. I really like this film. I thought the fact that it seems subtle, there's a bit of humor in it, there's a bit of drama in it, but I think it works. I have not liked Ed Helms because I feel like his comedy is it hinges on being stupid rather than being clever, but I appreciated his performance and his acting in this film, and I like the relationship that he does have with Patty Harrison. I think that they bounced off each other, and then the fact that these two grew throughout the film made it that much more sweeter. It made it that much more of an emotional journey. It's warm, it's heartfelt. You and your girl want to watch just a decent movie that's enjoyable, I'll say watch Together. Judas and the Black Messiah is a great film on a lot of levels. I like the fact that we get a bit more insight into what the Black Panthers represented, how they were infiltrated, how they were towards society, towards government, towards the cops. Tension escalates as the story progresses. There's a lot of really tense moments. Gotta give it to the performances too. Daniel Kaluuya and Lakeith Stanfield do fantastic performances. Stanfield, I've been actually very surprised by this guy. I've really enjoyed the movies that I've seen him in, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more by him. But Judas and the Black Messiah definitely is a really good time. It's a really interesting, insightful look into the past. I actually learned some interesting facts in this film. Next on the list is Spiderman No Way Home. The emotional story that this movie has is just a great experience. The surprises, everybody knows what they are by this point, but it was great seeing the other Spider-Man interacting together in this film. It's a really good movie. It has an interesting story. It's heartfelt, cool action in the film as well. And the feels that I thought was like, okay, yeah, this movie is a bit overhyped, and I'm like, okay, there's stuff people tell me I'm going to feel. And I actually watched the movie, and they got me right there. Boss Level. Frank Grillo, I've been actually really liking his films. He's become one of my favorite action stars in the more recent years. I think he's good in action roles. I think he's got a charisma. I think he has a good time in these films. And then Boss Level, it's a great film. If you like the Groundhog's Day effect, but more violent, more funny, you'll definitely get it here. It's got an interesting story. We got a really good cast. There's a lot of great kills. There's a lot of funny moments. The action is pretty cool. It's an interesting story. And it's got some pretty big names behind it. So Boss Level is one of the best movies this year, hands down. Bond 25, No Time to Die. Now, when they said that they were coming out with another Bond movie, I'm like, yes, and it's going to be Daniel Craig's last romp. And I was like, okay, cool. This is his last romp as Bond. And actually, by the end of the movie, I was tearing up. This is a good movie. There's a lot of really cool, good moments in this film. Really cool moments in the film. There's got a lot of characters. The performances are actually really good. The performances are top notch. And to see Daniel Craig as Bond in his role and him just deliver and deliver and deliver just makes his movie that much more sweeter. The score, the action, the story, just this movie just delivers on so many levels. Definitely a great send-off to Daniel Craig as Bond, and he definitely deserves a thumbs up. Yep, we're in the top 3. The Suicide Squad is a great movie. James Gunn, he did a really good job with the characters. The performances were actually really good. It was a good story. There was a lot of great chemistry between the characters. The acting was on point. Did a good job of picking obscure characters and fleshing them out, making them interesting, making them unique, making them likable. The action is actually pretty cool. The humor. And Starro, never cared about Starro, but they made Starro a very interesting, cool villain. He was very menacing, did some really cool shit. And The Suicide Squad is just a good movie, a good, entertaining movie all around. A lot of what made Suicide Squad bad, they turned it around, made it great in this film. This movie definitely deserves to be on the top 10 list of 2021. It's a fun, entertaining time. There's no identity politics and crap in it. There ain't that woke factor in it. It ain't got that social justice crap in it. It's just a good movie with a lot of good humor and a hell of a lot of violence. Zack Snyder's Justice League. It goes without saying that I love this movie. Unfortunately, I didn't get the review out, so you didn't get my full thoughts on it, but I will do a review for it. I really love the expansion of the story, the characters, the setting. It's a great film. The characters are awesome. The stories are more fleshed out. The action is more refined. The soundtrack is awesome. The way it looks is awesome. Just Snyder has a vision. He delivered. He made a really good movie. It's a long movie, but I was so invested in watching this movie, I did not care. But I wanted to see the characters. I wanted to see the backstory. I wanted to see the different relationships. I wanted to see the character development. I wanted to see them grow as a team. I got what I wanted. I'm happy that we actually got it. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the best things about the Snyder Cut is people went out of their way to, you know, push for this, and we got it and it delivered. And that's what makes this movie so special. Dune is number 1. The performances are just great. I love the performances. I like a lot of the people that are in the films, and they just contribute. The chemistry that's there, the direction that's there, the talent behind the writing, visually beautiful, visually appealing. The music is rich, gives the movie so much depth. This movie is awesome, and I am hyped to see the second part. And not only am I hyped to see the second part, I'm interested in reading the books, getting more into the mythology, want to learn more about the universe. This movie sold me on the franchise. That tells you just how good the movie is if it makes you want to get invested in the franchise. So there you guys have it. Those are my top 10 best movies of 2021. In the comment section below, let me know what your top 10 are. And if you agree with the ones that I picked, you know, because these are the ones that I saw. Be sure to hit that like, share, subscribe, and that notification button to get the best of what we got going on this channel. And we'll definitely catch you guys later. Oh, I hope 2022 can top this.